What's up, JPEGs? It's time to go over my top 5 art and entertainment releases of 2021. At number 5, we have Batman: The Long Halloween. Both Part 1 and Part 2 of The Long Halloween were intelligent, emotional, contemplative, visually gorgeous, and overall great films. But when you watch them together, back to back, it becomes super obvious that Batman: The Long Halloween is just one of the best Batman films to ever be released. At number 4, we have Malignant. I mean, what is there to say? This is probably the most insane film to come out in the last few years. James Wan takes all the best parts of his filmography, trims the fat, and turns everything up to 11 to deliver this beautiful piece of pure filmmaking magic. It was honestly one of the most unforgettable theater-going experiences I've had in the last few years. At number 3, we have Army of the Dead. And just like Malignant, I think Army of the Dead is pure filmmaking magic. The way that Zack Snyder utilizes camera work and lighting and sound design and set design and so on in order to frame the story and characters and themes in a particular way is nothing short of masterful. Army of the Dead is an absolute blast of a film, and if you really put in the effort, if you really put in the thought, there's a lot to unpack about the movie. At number 2, we have Old. Old is one of those movies that you talk about for an hour after leaving the theater, whether positively or negatively. I know a lot of people hated this movie, but me and my girlfriend, we left the theater, we went to a restaurant for dinner, and as we sat at the table waiting for our orders to come, we just talked about everything we loved about the movie for like an hour, hour and a half. And I think it's a really special movie, I really do. And it kickstarted for us, over the course of a few weeks. We went through M. Night's entire filmography, and I gotta say, this guy's probably in my top 10 favorite directors of all time at this point, and if I'm being honest, Old might be his best movie. At number 1, if you've been paying any attention to my channel or my reviews, which is unlikely because that's only like 100 people, my number 1 is never going to be anything else other than Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've done over 1,600 scored reviews over the last 3+ years, and Zack Snyder's Justice League remains the only 10 out of 10 that I've ever given. It's the sequel that Man of Steel and Batman v Superman deserved. It is the most entertaining and beautifully shot and beautifully made superhero movie ever made. It's probably my favorite film of the past 10 years, maybe the past 11 years, but 2011 was a pretty hard-hitting year film-wise. I think it's probably Snyder's best film, which is impressive. I'm a huge Snyder fan. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the absolute king of 2021. Don't be surprised when it makes the top 10 of the decade list in 8 years from now. It is almost guaranteed to be on there. That's how good this movie is. See you later, JPEGs.